seen Devin Haney say something like, Antoine Russell is some shit, and that his big brother was nice, but he's some shit. Shorty, you should have kept your motherfucking mouth closed. My little brother's a whole fucking dog. Don't get it twisted. Don't get bamboozled, shorty. Some of the best fighters and the greatest fighters in the world took a fucking L. That shit builds character to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? Can't too many bounce back from shit from taking the L. You got your ass beat. My little brother went out like a fucking soldier. It's a big difference, shorty. You should have kept your mouth closed. You know what I'm saying? And you got a gift. You actually got a gift. Because you knew if he would have won that fight, that we was on your ass next. Stop playing, shorty. You really should have been quiet, man. You know, but this shit builds character. You know, Lomachenko beat your ass. You got a gift with that. You know, so, like I say, some of the best, some of my favorite fighters personally. Sugar Ray Robinson, Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, Roberto Duran, Roy, Tyson. Who else I want to put in that month? Salvador Sanchez. A lot of motherfuckers done took some L's but came back to be real fucking dogs. And and for real, people getting caught up off this zero record shit. To be honest with you, motherfucker, some of these guys with these zero records, they got zero records because they are picking and choosing who the fuck they gonna fight. They not blindly saying, okay, I'm gonna fight. I tell you one thing, and what you mean, his big brother was nice. I'm still nice. Don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? And since my little brother's so shitty, or he's so shitty, you can see him. I bet you ain't lining up raising your hand for that one, huh? Come on, Charlie, don't do that. Don't do that. Matter of fact, you ain't raising your hand for nobody. You just got your ass beat. Knock the fuck down, beat the fuck up and everything. And this is no diss to Ryan Garcia, because Ryan, you know what I'm saying, you already know I sound like fuck with you as a person. But you look like some shit beating his ass. You know you look sloppy. You know you look sloppy. But I just wanted to come on here, man, and say that, man. Devin, stop it, y'all. Don't do that. My little brother would still cook you. My little brother would still cook you. Don't do that. And we coming harder. We coming harder. We back to the drawing board. Like I say, we just took a couple days off. You know what I'm saying? We wanted to go fish and get away from all the bullshit. We about to put these fish on the grill, though, y'all. Yeah, I know I'm a hunter. I'm the person that be in the field. I'm a skin the deer and all that. But we about to put the fish on the grill now that we cook. But I just wanted to come on, man. Once again, I appreciate everybody that for the love, the support, for the whole Russell team. And stay tuned, man. We coming harder, man.
So you just heard Gary Russell Jr., okay? Seemed a little upset because Devin Haney has some words criticizing, giving his opinion on Antoine Russell's performance last weekend against Puello. And, Gary Russell, in typical Gary Russell fashion, got to come on social media and start ranting a little bit. According to Gary Russell, man, he claims that, Devin Haney should be happy that that Puello actually beat Antoine, because Antoine was in line for Devin Haney's WBC belt, and Puello winning kind of knocked him back. So Gary Russell was insinuating that Devin should have counted his blessings, because if he didn't, he would have had to get in the ring eventually and face Gary Antoine. And he believes, Gary Russell, his brother, will spark Devin Haney. Here's my thing with Gary Russell, man. I've said this before, man. He wastes so much of his energy and time. when it comes to making response videos to fights and other. But the funny thing is, he does the same exact thing when other fighters have fights. You know what I mean? When a certain fighter gets into a fight, he'll get on social media, give his opinion. Yeah, you know what I mean? So what's different from Devin Haney giving his opinion than Gary Russell Jr. doing the same thing to other fighters? He just upset that Devin, criticized his little bro. And, he, in a sense, he's supposed to do that, because that's his little brother. They family, they stick together. From that aspect, I totally get it. He's supposed to, go to bat for his brother. You can't take that away from him. On the same note, though, don't get up here and say, yeah, we coming back stronger. We got something for you, bro. You say that every time. Your little brother lost recently, right? I think he lost his fight recently. Where has he been at since then? You lost not too long ago to Mike Sayo, lost your belt. Did you come back and really avenge that? Your little Antoine hasn't been active either. When's the next time you gonna fight? When's the next time Gary Russell's gonna step in the ring, man, and put paws on somebody instead of worrying about what somebody says about his little brother? Then he says, "Oh, you mean my little brother was shit, but I was better." Nah, I'm still nice, shorty. You know how you do. Gary Russell's a trip, man. It's almost comical at this point because he's turning into pretty much a social media commentator when it comes to a lot of stuff. He's not focusing on himself, actually getting in the ring again. I don't even think he's gonna fight again, man. It don't seem like he's too interested in coming back to fight. In the past, people was blaming Al Haymon for. It looked like Al Haymon was freezing out Gary Russell Jr. I don't know the reasons behind why he's not fighting or why he has been severely inactive all these years. But my guess is a lot of it got something to do with Gary Russell himself. Can't put all the blame on Al Haymon. Then he said his brother's a dog. He went out like a G in his fight. Well, first of all, Gary Antoine he didn't get knocked down in that fight. He wasn't really phased that much by this guy's punching power. You can't really compare the two fights, man, because Devin, he really went out like a G. He didn't quit. He didn't quit in that fight. He didn't quit. He stood his ground after getting knocked down multiple times, and he still fought to the 12-round decision, whether he lost or not. So if you're gonna say your brother was a dog for you making it seem like your brother was in serious trouble in that fight, as far as he was in danger of getting knocked out, or he got knocked down and he went toe to toe to survive the fight. That's not the same situation as Devin and Ryan. Totally different situations in both fights. But man, Gary Russell is very thin-skinned, man. Can't even handle a little bit of constructive criticism. Rather, it might have seemed like Devin added his own personal injections into it. It still was criticism that was warranted because Gary Antoine did look he looked bad, bro. He looked like he was flustered in there. He didn't adjust. Other fighters see that and they understand that. Now, I know other proponents might argue the fact, well, Devin shouldn't talk because Ryan Garcia, he sparked him in the first round and he didn't have his hands up the way he was supposed to. If they know that this kid throws his left, how come Devin's hands wasn't up? Now, I would say I totally agree with that. And I've said that. I'm like, I don't know what Devin was thinking when he decided to keep his hands down that soon in the fight, at least, against Ryan Garcia, knowing that his main weapon is the left hand. So that was a little wild to me. I could totally agree with that. But all in all, Gary Russell Jr., man, very inactive. I can't even remember the last time he had to fight. The last thing he should be worried about is other fighters criticizing his little brother's fight, which is a justified criticism. He should be worried about either becoming getting back in the ring. As much stuff as he taught, and a lot of fighters that he said he was gonna do things to. How come none of that stuff never happened and it never materialized? What happened between him and Terrence Crawford fighting? How come he didn't fight Tank Davis? Now, I will say though, I don't think that's his fault because Tank was legit ducking. I think he legit ducked Gary Russell Jr. Man, if you ask me. Because motherfucker called me out that heavy and say, "Listen, man, this is big for the DMV area, man. I'll put you to the test," or whatever Gary used to say about him. Tank ain't really pushed the issue on that, I know some of the Tank fans gonna come up here, "Oh man, he don't even look at Gary Russell Jr. What was he? He was a nobody." Bro, come on, man. How many quote unquote nobodies did Tank fight since then? Stop it, man. But anyway, let me know what you think about Gary Russell Jr. going off on Devin Haney regarding the first loss of Gary Antoine Russell, his brother. Get at me, drop them comments, and let's talk about it. I'll catch y'all later.